What is going on, guys? Reverend Saint here, and today I've got some more Black Ops 2 gameplay in League play, actually. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to be talking about the results of MLG Anaheim, but first let me talk about what exactly goes down in this game of Search and Destroy on standoff during my League play match. I got teamed up. For some unknown reason, I am stuck in Bronze Division. I actually started in Iron for some stupid reason. I lost 3 out of my 5 placement matches, but I did good in every single one of them. And the 2 that I won, I dropped like 40 bombs. In fact, you saw one of them up on my on the previous video actually for the beginning of MLG Anaheim, and I still got placed in Iron for some freaking reason. And I got myself up into Bronze. Had an 11 win streak still, and did not get out of Bronze. I'm still in Bronze even after this game. This game was up against all Masters. There's 3 Masters on my team and 3 Masters and 1 Platinum on the other team, and for some reason, no, we're not party up, mind you. These are all completely randoms, just all randoms, and we win. And I'm still in Bronze for some stupid freaking reason. So I'm getting pretty annoyed, especially when I just completely crush people in Masters Division. Top Master Division too, like top 10. All of them were, and I completely crushed them. So I don't really understand what's going on. It's blowing my mind. It's kind of getting frustrating. But nonetheless, pretty crazy gameplay. I start off a little bit slow, as you guys saw, but I pick it up, guys. I pick it up. I think I go 3 rounds where I get 3 kills, or 2 rounds where I get 3 kills, and then a 3rd round I get an ace with a bomb plant. So I didn't even realize I had gotten the ace. It just kind of caught me by surprise when I was recording it or re-recording it over. I was like, whoa, that was an ace. That was pretty sick. So I hope you guys enjoy this gameplay in the background. But first, sorry, I'm a little out of it right now. Let's talk about the results of MLG Anaheim. Now, my predictions were not exactly correct. In fact, they were mostly wrong, except for my main prediction, which was close, but was still wrong. I did say I thought OpTic could win. I thought they would win, seeing as how I'm an OpTic fan. I was pretty confident that they were going to crush everybody that they came up with, and then obviously struggle with EG, especially since they're in practice at this event, and sure enough, it came true. They actually almost brought it back. In fact, there were only a few plays that cost them the 2nd best of 5 series in the grand finals. But let's just kind of walk through it. First off, they beat, who was it? Denial, which Denial is an okay team. They're not that good, but they're definitely capable of taking a map or 2 off of OpTic. Didn't happen. They 3-0'd them. Then they played Team Envious. And Team Envy has been just trouncing OpTic for the past couple of years, except for X Games, and then now here at MLG Anaheim. And well, OpTic 3-0'd them. They just ran them over practically. So that was pretty exciting to watch. And then the 3rd game they played was EG, and they lost 3-0. The EG just trounced them, just destroyed them that first matchup for some reason. They just weren't feeling it. It seems like I don't know what happened. It just they got destroyed that first matchup, sadly. And then the 4th team that they played was TCM in the losers bracket finals, and they 3-0'd them. And TCM's good. TCM is from the EU, and they fought all the way through that losers bracket and beat some of the top teams, period. They beat MB, they beat Faze Black, they 3-0'd Faze Black, I think. They beat, who else did they beat? Shoot, I think they beat Curse Black. There was a really close matchup between them two. It was actually a 3-2. Who else did they beat? They beat a lot. They beat Epsilon, which was kind of EU's like top team. It was the only team that take 2 maps besides Envy off of Impact back in Black Ops 2's COD Champs. The closest team to beating them, they couldn't beat them. They didn't follow through. But Epsilon is a really good team nonetheless, and they beat them, and then OpTic gets up and just crushes them. So I was really happy to see that. I was a little worried going into that one because they're from the EU, and EU players actually do play different. They actually play they play super aggressive, and then they get patient. Like, they'll push you super hard, and then they will sit there. They will push up into your base and sit there, and you won't know where they're at. And like they're just so patient after that point. I noticed it was just crazy, especially on Warhawk SnD. It was just crazy how they would just push up straight on defense. They would just push straight to the B bomb site, like into like loading that back area. I can't remember what it's called, and then into post, and they would just sit there the entire round. They wouldn't move until like they had like 3 dead. It was absolutely crazy how they played. But nonetheless, OpTic did really good. Almost lost map 2, but they were able to pull it out. And A-Shot dropped like 13 kills, I think, in Octane SnD. They have not lost that map like ever, sadly. And then they got back to the grand finals. had to win a best of 3, because when you're in the losers bracket, when you get knocked out by that team who wins the winners bracket, and you go to the losers bracket and you come back to play them again, it's a continuation series essentially. They already beat you once, so you got to beat them twice in a row in order to actually win the tournament. So that's the tricky part. So they lost once, so they had to win 2 best of 5s. They win the first best of 5. They won it. It was 3-1. It was actually pretty spectacular. It was awesome to see. Basically, the first one was on Dom Freight, which was... Freight is one of EG's best maps. It's also one of OpTic's, I will say. But it's one of EG's best maps. And nonetheless, Scumpy just went so far off the chain that he was able to take his team through that first map. The second one, I think they lost. It was SnD. I think they lost. I think it was Sovereign SnD. They should have completely crushed them, I think. But they did not. They should have, but they did not, sadly. They were up 5-1, and they choked it again, sadly. And then they won the Blitz, and then they won the next domination, I'm pretty sure. And that was super exciting. I was like, oh my gosh, this is possible. This is crazy. This is insane to watch. This series is nuts. And we get to the next series, and EG takes it. It was, what was it? Crap. I think it was on Strike Zone. It was really freaking close games on Strike Zone, but OpTic just wasn't slaying like they needed to be. There was a couple moves that they made that they shouldn't have made, and there was just a couple mistakes, and EG took that one. Then they played Freight SnD for some reason. And I'm like, why are you still Beto Freight? Beto Freight. I don't know why they weren't, but they lost to that one again. They were down 0-2, and then they won the next Blitz, which was Freight Blitz, which they just got crushed on earlier by EG, and they won it this time. It was a pretty good freaking game. It was actually pretty nail biter, but they won that, and then they went into Octane Dom, which Scumpy said, which is EG's best Dom map, and Scumpy's like, we can beat them on Octane, and they were about to do it, and they choked it. They choked it. EG comes back with a 3 cap in the last like 45 seconds. Completely overcomes like a 30-point lead and wins the tournament, sadly. But it was still crazy. Best tournament to watch. I'm going to Columbus this year. The end. If they're having it, I'm going to it. So I just want to say that because I'm like 2 hours north of there and that's it. So I'm definitely going this year. I'm super excited. It was so much fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. 16-6. That's the final. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who do you think is going to win the next tournament, which is Definitely over in London? But we got a little bit of a break before then. But let me know what you guys think. I'd love to get your opinions. I'll see you guys later. Peace.